I'm gonna get into it, but first. Dun 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 dun! Very fast coffee of the day, even if it is like gone 4 in the afternoon. I have a problem, okay? I love coffee. It's so good. And it gives me way more energy for shooting these videos. You know the feeling. Anyway, you guys are probably all wondering what the mistake I made is. So I've been thinking about where to start, and I think probably from the beginning is gonna be sensible. But I'm gonna have to tell you guys a story on the move because it is freezing out here. There's like no wind. It's one of those proper like crisp, cold winter days. I love it, but I'm gonna have to move. So here in the UK we have something called the RHS, or the Royal Horticultural Society. Basically what they do is they have a whole bunch of big fancy gardens full of big fancy plants. So they're dotted all over the country, and as you'd imagine, being fancy gardens with fancy plants and trees and flowers and all that good stuff, they tend to be frequented by, how do I put this without alienating anybody? The older generation. But every so often they put on events. It might be a show, it might be specifically for a time of year. And that was where the mistake I made started. I live super close to one of these big fancy gardens, and every year at Christmas they put up Christmas lights all over the place, and you can go there at night and you can see all these crazy lights, and it's kind of cool. I went last year, and I figured that this year, since I started the vlog, I would go because there would be some cool opportunities to film some cool stuff, take some cool photos, and just generally have a good time. So me and Becky and her friend decided that, hell yeah, we would go. So like normal, I grab my camera, we jump in the car, we drive to the place. We get there and the lights are really cool, and I shoot so much stuff, and all these people are looking at me super weird. All these old people are like, what's this guy doing? What's going on there? I'm getting all these artsy shots. I'm down on the floor. I'm up here with the camera, I'm down here with the camera, I'm crushing it. We get done walking the path, we've seen all the lights, we've seen all the gardens, we've seen all the sculptures. It's been cool. I'm freezing because I didn't bring any gloves. I also didn't bring any gloves today. Becky and her friend go inside and they're looking around the gift shop. I stay outside because there's some cool lights and I want to film the intro for the video, which I quite often film the intro last. So I film my intro, everything's good, and I go inside and I find them and we head back to the car. It's at this point I realise my mistake. We get in the car and I switch the camera on and I see this. Yep, that's right. All those cool, awesome slow-mo shots I got, like this one. And this one. And this one. I shot in 25 frames, not 50 frames, which means I can't slow them down, which means I have all these weird shots that in regular motion look really, really bizarre, and I can't use them for anything, which sucks. So here we are. I figured I would come out and shoot a video about my mistake. So first off, you guys don't make the same mistake that I did, but also secondly, just to make sure everybody knows it's okay to f up. It's okay to make mistakes, it's fine. As long as you acknowledge those mistakes, learn from them and move on. If you lose someone's wedding video, that's a mistake. That's a big mistake and probably something you shouldn't do if you're working commercially. But if you're shooting vlogs for yourself and you make a mistake, you make an error, that's fine. Move past it, learn from it. And this ties quite nicely into a vlog I made quite some time ago about what to do if you don't have an idea or you get to a deadline and you have nothing to show for that deadline. It's okay to get meta with it, and that's a message that I think is really important. So many people get caught up in making the story look nice, putting all the frills and bows and everything else on it, but sometimes mistakes happen and you've just got to make the best of it. Anyway, I'm gonna head home because it is absolutely freezing out here. So Alright, so as you can probably see, there's kind of just stuff everywhere. I started pulling everything out so that I could start moving it, but I haven't actually got around to putting any of it away. I've also got my trusty tape measure, so I'm going to measure everything up and figure out where the hell I'm going to put it all, because if I stand right here in the corner, as you can tell, it is not the biggest room in the world. We are working with limited space, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. Alright guys, I've still got loads of tidying to do, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes, as long as you learn from them. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, I really appreciate it. Go ahead and like the video too, and leave me some comments, let me know what's going on with you. You know, I don't know what this is, let's have a conversation. Alright guys, I'll see you on Friday. Peace!